And when I take my baby to Disneyland and y'all walking around with your ass out, I'm spraying fart spray by y'all. I got a trick for that ass since you want to have it out.
There's certain girls. Sometimes dudes rock up with certain girls, and I'm like, she's not it, G. I like it when a girl has it, but she doesn't need to show it off. She has that amazing body, whatever it may be, but she doesn't need to show. I don't want a girl that shows too much skin. I like a girl that wears a blazer. If you wear something smart,
Thanks.
or let's say even you've got a nice dress on, put a blazer on top. If you're going on a date, wear that for the beginning portion. Later down the line, you can show it off. And I like to know, and I like to have the confidence that if I'm with a woman, she can represent me in any situation. Maybe even if she's overdressed, even if she's dressed smart, sexy, formal, even, then no matter where we go, she's still gonna look amazing. Whereas
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 15 of the GMT. The point is in Wisconsin, and whose mind are on the dark, they have no part of the lifestyle behind the truth. So they are completely ignorant and stubborn. They have lost all feeling of sin. They give themselves over to vice and do all sorts of indecent things without restraint. Shalom, shalom, Akim, Shabbat, I'm going to start off by giving our praises and our glory to our Pastor, 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 all right, but the honor to the always our Pastor, the great Muslim, and our peace and sanctification and to be blessed. For today's lesson, we're going to be based off the two books that we see to show you. All right. And, this is, well, for people in the world, it's a controversial topic, but it's, it's a very important topic for you out there. Okay. For you sincere out there. All right. A lot of women need to understand that, not, if your man not wanting you to dress like you're showing off, that's not him being conservative. Okay. It's him wanting you to show him respect. Okay. Because a lot of women don't understand that men, they don't care whether, worldly men, they don't care whether you got a gun or not. Worldly men, they don't give a damn. Okay, worldly men, they do all types of stuff. Okay, you can't control what other men do. Okay, a man without restraint is gonna make dangerous men. That's why you have rapists. That's why you have child molesters. Because they have no restraint. Okay, they have no restraint. They're weak. They have no discipline. That's why you have second rapists. That's why you have serial rapists, man. They're such a, they do shit because they have no restraint. Okay, now if you dress in a certain way when you're reading around, that's not helping the case. All right, that's not helping the case. So that doesn't mean that your man doesn't like you or whatever, but you're showing a whole lot of lack of respect. Okay, you're not showing any sort of decency to your husband. All right, you're not showing any sort of decency to your husband. So now this is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, in the GMT, and I'll start off with 17. In the Lord's name, then I warn you, this is a warning, man. Do not continue to live like this, whose thoughts are worthless. Okay, you shouldn't live like the heathen. Okay, do you think our women back in the ancient days, do you think they were showing off their, they were showing off their butt cheeks? That's why the scriptures say that women should adorn themselves in modest clothing. What is modest clothing? All right, modest clothing is clothing that you wear to show reverence. All right, you know how embarrassing it must be for your husband to walk around and be showing ass to just everybody. You know, any man looking out, they got lustful thoughts and shit. Oh, you shouldn't dress like that. Okay? It says his thoughts are worthless, and his mind are in the dark. They have no part in their life that you higher gifts, so they are completely ignorant and stubborn. Right? Just like you women. So because you women are living a Cuban custom. Our people are very tight. Okay? And for this lesson, I'll be putting an emphasis on the women. Alright, typically, when you know, when I get on the woman, I go, I have to get on the man, or when I get on the man, I get on the woman. But this lesson in particularly is based off you women. Okay, and if you know that you don't show off, if you know you don't walk around with two hanging out, if you know that you cover yourself up, at least to respect your husband, then if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay, like the Akim say, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Okay, but a lot of women they get offended. Why did you get offended? Okay, you get offended because you know that it applies to you. But if it doesn't, it don't get offended. It says they have lost all feeling of shame. Right. Okay, you see, I feel like, man, I would feel utter, I would feel embarrassed. I would feel disrespected if my woman walked into a room full of men and she's showing off. She has shit that shows off her boobs. She has a camel toe showing out. And so she went to the gym and she has booty shorts out and whatnot. I would feel, I would feel offended. You don't see me walking around with my fucking foot out, you know? Because women aren't, they have no feeling of shame. They're stubborn. It says they give themselves over to vice and do all sorts of indecent things without restraint. Like, okay, that I don't know, man. Okay, but that shit is bullshit. All right, the Lord made a woman for the man. Okay, both the man and the woman have certain things that they have to do to keep the marriage afloat. Okay, the husband must provide and protect. The woman must, and keep the household in order. But the woman, she gotta, stay in the house and watch the kids. Okay, a woman don't gotta work. All right, but women are so what? It's almost impossible to keep them. Okay, especially if your woman is showing off her teeth. Okay, if you're a man, you don't gonna want a woman like that. You may lust after her, but you ain't gonna want to marry her. So you got a lot of men that would marry her, a lot of boys do. And guess what? They're gonna spend their whole life miserable, depressed. Yeah, because they know that every time they go out, because that there's a man looking at his woman. And typically a woman like that will cheat on them. Okay, because why else would they be showing out? Okay, why else would you want to show off that you have, a big butt or a big breast? Women say you're confident in yourself, but why are you confident? Okay, if a man can bench 2 plates, okay, he's gonna walk around, he's gonna put 2 plates, you know, and he gonna want to show that off. Go after 2 plates now. Look what I can do. Okay, if a man buys a Bugatti, you really think that man bought it just to show that he's confident in himself? No, he bought it to show that shit off. With these women, You want to say that you're confident in yourself, but if you're being honest with yourself, you want to show off. Okay, you talking about you want to show off to only women, or I want to show off to other women. I want to do this. I want to just only for the women, and this, that, and the third. Well, why are you going to public places? Why are you going to places where there's none? All right. Now I'm gonna jump down to verse 22. It says, "So get rid of your old self, which made you live as you used to. The old self is being destroyed by its deceitful desires. Your hearts and minds must be completely, must be made completely new, and you must put on the new self, which is created in the Lord's likeness, and reveals itself in the true life that is upright and holy." Right. Okay. You shouldn't want those old desires. Okay. You shouldn't want multiple men looking at you, multiple men doing this, multiple men doing that. You know, if you want to work out, to better yourself, by all means, you know, but you want to be fit. That's great. If you want to be fit, you want to take care of your body. That's wonderful. Okay, but don't be trying to show off to other men. You know, and even if you wanna attract, because you're single, you have to keep an account with other men can do. Okay, you might think, but it's not fair. Why should I have to restrain myself? It's better to be safe than to be sorry. Okay, this is a sincere message to you out there. Be sincere out there. Okay, if you just say, hey, if you're gonna comment on my page and you're gonna, just say some whole ass shit, then just leave the page. But if you're sincere out there, who really wants to learn, who really wants to, live in the life of the Lord, the life, okay, because you want mercy, then do so. It says verse 20, um, no problem there, but I say that, alright, real quick, get it, just because the Proverbs is not what I wanted, but, it's still good. Proverbs 11:16, women is respect, like, the gracious women is respect, right? Going to that word grace, it means courteous, kind, and pleasant, okay? If you're a brother and you're dealing with a gracious woman, okay, and she's fond of you, okay, she respects you, she respects, hey, maybe I'm aware that I don't like that, you know. She respects your decision, okay, I won't wear it in public, but I wear it for you, alright? Let me wear it around the house for you. Okay, but if you got a woman who, if you got one of those women, hey, that's a blessing from the Lord, man. But let me tell you this, not a lot of women like that. A lot of women just gonna argue with you, just tell you, oh, it's my body, it's my choice, it's just that, alright? But a woman without virtue is a disgrace. What is that word? Behavior showing, no, that's not a good one. Yeah, time. Without virtue, okay? That's the word virtue means. Behavior showing high morals standards, okay? clear out to your husband to not want to disrespect him. Okay. You know, and if you are a man who you don't feel respects you and you don't feel provides for you and you don't feel, then, why choose him in the first place? He could have just list, but if you don't provide nothing, like what you say, a lot of these men, you know, they don't know how to be a man. You know? So, like I said, this is man, I said women, it's a tricky thing. All right. Now, I just want to ask my girl, I was another number. I just want to ask my girl. So, living with the girl time. Okay, so was uplifting. Take it, you know, I know women, a lot of women, they get very emotional with videos like this, but if you can receive it, at the very beginning, if you're enough to receive it, then receive it. Okay, if you're not a girl, I'm not calling any woman in particular, whatever. Like they say, actions speak louder than words. So, with that, I want to give our praises on our glory too.